Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Friday, 24th of June. Busy morning. I always have really busy mornings. I've just been recording a video for Elementor.com people. It was about an hour long video, quite long. And then I've literally, when I edit out all the gunk, it's come down to 18 minutes. That's how much rubbish there was in there. They mainly wanted the video to be under 20 minutes anyway. So I had to really do some hard editing to get it in. But it came in quite nicely at 18 and a bit minutes. And I think it's okay. Hey, Mamesla. Am I pronouncing it right? Mamesla. Hope you're okay. What have you been up to? What time is it for you and what have you been up to? Hey, Jimmy. But yeah, very busy morning. Very hectic. Raheem was a very naughty boy this morning and we had to have a real proper serious chat in the morning and on the way to school. So some of the things he enjoys are going to be taken away from him. Hey Richard, how are you? I'll tell you what, Richard, your Twitter post really made me laugh. Hey Jack. So yeah, busy morning, doing a 1 hour video, but I've edited it down to 18 minutes. That gives you an idea that when you are doing videos, you know, a 1 hour video, 42 minutes of that video I've deleted out. I've edited out. That just shows you how much effort can go into it. You know, half an hour setup, an hour recording, and then it took nearly 45 minutes to edit it. That's how slow and precise it was. So to do an 18-minute video, I haven't even uploaded it yet or rendered it. So there's going to be another like 20 minutes or odds there. But what's that? 2 hours, 45 minutes in total to do an 18-minute video. Just makes you think. Hey, Mark, just makes you think, right? So when you see these 2-minute, 5-minute, 10-minute videos, just remember, you know, this one is a bit empty now, though. This is like a ship in a bottle. You know, kind of like, don't even know if you can see my eye through there. Probably not. Just past 7 p.m. in Malaysia. Ah, okay, Mameslan. What's your weather like over there? So, like I said, was doing an Elementor video. Kajunk, you can probably guess what it was about. You know, you can probably guess what it was about. It was about Elemental Cloud. But I may have my headphones on while I'm talking to you. I need to hear it one more time to make sure. There's the odd moment in the video when I was recording where I'm like, oh, or because it just said the wrong thing, got it wrong and all that. What I'm going to say then, so Marion, breakdance builder. Okay. I wasn't a fan of Oxygen. Okay. Breakdance is the evolution of Oxygen, but Paul, who did his video yesterday, WP Tuts, I watched it and I did feel like, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if breakdance really pulls me in. I'm an Elementor person, by the way, Marion. Hey, George. Hope you're okay, by the way, George. Dislike, what the heck? Whoa, 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 whoa. Click like, everyone. Click like. Yeah, by the way, everyone that's here now, right now, you got to click like, all right? Gotta click like. I'm an Elemental person, so until Elemental self-combusts, I'm still going to keep using Elemental. I don't have the need or the desire to go Gutenberg, Webflow, any other one. The problem I have with breakdance is Paul did highlight how the interface still felt very long-winded and not fully well thought out. And also, the name breakdance. In the 1980s, everyone was breakdancing. Right, everyone was breakdancing. And then it went out of fashion. People still do street dancing and all of that, but it's not exactly the thing, right? In terms of dancing, right? There's other ways to dance. So the word breakdance for me almost sounds like a fashion thing, and fashion changes with the seasons. So of all the names to pick, Like, really, you went with breakdance. It's just a rubbish name. I mean, I'm not here to talk about your branding of your name, but I just find it like, it feels old. I don't know about you, but if you created a something, right, and you called it, I don't know, what would you call it? Think of something now. Think of something, right? I don't know. I'm struggling now. But just breakdown, it just feels dated. It's like if you created a page builder and called it Millennium. Millennium was 22 years ago, right? Turn of the millennium. The name Millennium in itself was like, we're done past that now. So it doesn't have that modern feel for me. And it feels like, I mean, the word break, someone made a point of this. You got the word break. That really instills confidence, doesn't it? Break. You might as well call your page builder Flush. Right? Flush down the toilet. Yeah, George, I agree. I mean, hopefully though, with Code Snippets Pro, when they get that community set up, they do create this like when you have a Woocommerce repository, and hopefully all of these codes and stuff will sit in there, functions. Exactly, Richard. And when I had a look at Oxygen, and I just found it felt like they're just not thought out very well, are they? And yeah, even Oxygen. I mean, some of them, I mean, Beaver Builder, right? It's a bit, isn't really great. I have to be honest, even Elementor, when I first came across it, I was like, what the heck's this? But now we kind of accept it, don't we? So like I say, Divi is a bit of a weird name, though, because you always think of a div when you hear the word Divi. Webflow works as a name. But Oxygen, nah. Breakdance, definitely not. Beaver Builder, Visual Composer is a name that feels weird in itself because I keep thinking of music and it's not really lyrical at all. WP Bakery as well. It sounds really, I don't know, common. It just sounds, WP Bakery. This doesn't feel good either. Yeah, I wasn't going to say it, Richard, but yeah, that's exactly what my thoughts were when I first heard Beaver Builder. I was like, really? Did I not think of it? Hey, Pickstar. '80s punk rocker. Are you sure? XXY? So, XXY, do you want to tell us about, are you a web designer, agency? What are you working on? 3K flock. Right, okay. I'm going to, boom. I've just kicked XXY out. All right, so XXY is out because I don't know who he is or what he's doing, so I've just hidden him from the channel. No doubt XXY will probably come back, but I'm not sure who XXY is. We're just waiting on details from a client before we can start the competition website. And someone's been in touch with me who, out of the goodness of my heart, I helped out 2 weeks ago. They had a problem with their mega menu, and I helped them out with that because it's using the code or the tutorial I had. And now they've got a staff member who's gone into their website and messed it up. And now they said, can you please fix it for us? And I've said, whoa, no. Out the goodness of my heart, I helped you out. If your staff member has now gone back in and messed it up again and done something else now, really, really sorry, but you're going to have to pay for my time now. I'm really sorry. I helped you out, the goodness of my heart. But I'm not going to do it again every time your staff member mucks up your website. There comes a point where you have to kind of go, no, right? I did you one favour. I'm not going to keep doing repeated favours for you. I got my magnet board up here now, by the way. Got my really cool magnet board. It's all black as well. It's all black. And it's got these cool magnet holders. You know, like, well, they're magnets. You can put paper behind them. Look at that. It's like a jewel or black kryptonite. Is there black kryptonite? I'm sure there was black kryptonite, wasn't there? Oh, I don't know. I love what George has said, though. WP Bakery's ideal name because you have to work for hours. You got to wait for it to rise, right? And you know what? If you work on it for too long or leave it, it just burns and goes rock hard and you can't then work on it. Hey, Melissa. Richard, I tend to like using SiteGround. I prefer SiteGround. However, if my clients have already gone for GoDaddy, yeah. But if they've gone for it and they're with GoDaddy, you can't really do much, can you? You're stuck with it. So GoDaddy. 123reg, Bluehost, you know. But if I was advising my clients, hey Eddie, good to have you back. If I was advising my clients, I would, they have options. You could go Elementor Cloud if you want that all-in-one solution, but you get your domain and your email elsewhere and connect. Or if I have a feeling like, you know what, they could potentially grow, they could have a lot of visitors maybe, then I try and opt them over to SiteGround route because I feel like customer service. Or maybe they're not going to have a maintenance plan from us at all. So I again say SiteGround because they're in safe hands there. So that's where I would advise them. But a lot of it is down to your clients, right? If they're with HostGator or whoever, someone contacted me 2 nights ago and I had a quick look at their site just to give them some advice. And they were with HostGator and they were going, why is my website slow? And I said, right, every time I do your page speed score, right, you're hitting 10, 11 seconds. I said I was doing it throughout the day every now and again, 10, 11 seconds on your server speed. You know, maybe it's your HostGator. So sometimes when your clients made their mind up and they've paid a premium or whatever, you're a bit stuck. Yeah, I mean, GoDaddy and Bluehost are the worst for consistency. Have you ever moved a staging website on GoDaddy to live? It really messes up loads of the links and stuff, and you got to go through methodically, page by page by page. It completely undoes the point of having a staging site. It really does. Really screws up the URLs and all of that. And if you go from a staging site, right, on GoDaddy, when you try to update or install a plugin, it then says, no, we need the FTP username and password. It's like, what the heck? On the staging site, you could do everything. And now on the live site, when it moves over, you cannot delete or install a new plugin without putting in FTP username and password. It's like, what? What? You then go, I wish we never did a staging site now. Oh, just reading here. So Jimmy and Pickstar, what are they talking about? Oh, contact from work, yeah. Yeah, I do think, though, Karapos makes a good point. Healthy competition is good. However, with breakdance, I still feel like their interface is not perfect in the way it works, and it still feels like unnecessary clicks. So Elementor might look at it and go, well, you know, are we worried? Are we worried that people are going to leave Elementor to go use breakdance? And I don't think they will. Who here is actually going to leave Elementor and use breakdance? There's a higher chance you might go from Oxygen to breakdance or Visual Composer to breakdance. There's a higher chance of that. But the rest, not so sure. Yeah, Eddie, just seeing Eddie's point there. Bunny CDN is a funny one, right? Because you're still fetching. All Bunny CDN does is put less load on your website with loads of videos because it's stored elsewhere. However, because it's still fetching, even though Bunny CDN is meant to be fast, there is still going to be these intermittent delays. It is better for your website because you're not having to embed or pull through loads of YouTubes or whatever, or images, but there is still a fetch, isn't there, to Bunny CDN? It still goes. Yep, I hear a lot about bricks, but I'm still not sure. I mean, I feel like my brain will explode if I start going, right, Elementor bricks. I'll feel like I'll be stretched. Make sure you click like. If you're watching right now and you've not hit like, you got to go and click like. Like now. Just reading the comments. Now, here's the funny thing, though, Richard, yeah, with 123reg, the only time I recommend 123reg is if someone needs to get a domain. I say to them, get it from 123reg or go and get it from Zoho. The reason I say Zoho, though, is because Zoho.com, the cost of the domain is going to be the same as if you went to 123reg. But, you know the Zoho email, 5 gigabytes a month? Which is more than enough, to be honest. 5 gigabytes a month, free. Did you hear me? Zoho.com, your email is free. 123reg, you got to pay for it. Anywhere else, you got to pay, or it's part of your hosting package. But if you need your domain and your email, and you're not using SiteGround or somewhere else that gives you the email as part of the hosting, then Zoho.com with the domain and email is not a bad thing to go for, especially if you're doing Elementor Cloud. Oh yeah, JS execution deferred. And that then helped the speed, George. Yeah, I mean, I think when bricks have done more in terms of what they're adding, I might have a look. But I do also feel like, I don't know. I know George jumps around and it depends on the client and what they're doing. I'm very stuck with just Elementor at the moment. Do you know something, George? Even though I have spoken about OMGF and I've promoted it in a couple of videos about using it, I've now fallen out of love with OMGF. Because I find OMGF can be not always great for speed. I find that sometimes if I custom load it, it worked out better. But if you've got it to where you want to get it to, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, Carapace, Elementor does have to get quicker. Elementor does have to remove a lot of like what I call redundancy within their code and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, maybe one day I'll rebuild a homepage that's been done with Elementor in bricks and do a comparison. Maybe one day. So Razverse says, how do you deal with a plugin that works? Okay, can you tell us the plugin name, Razver? And when you say specific version, is it like it's never been updated? Because if the plugin has not been updated in like 6 months or a year, I would be very careful of using that plugin. Because if a plugin is not up to date with the current WordPress, then I start to worry about vulnerabilities, incompatibility with other plugins, conflicts. Good point, Eddie, about the WebP. Depends on your logo. Is your logo an image? It depends. It depends. I find it's fine. I use WebP images for logos quite a lot. I don't always use SVG. In fact, if you took the percentage, if that's 100%, that much might be SVG. The rest are all images, and it's fine. It's fine. Oh dear, George. Yeah, in that case, OMGF is probably a good idea. Yeah, when you have fonts galore all over the place, then it's a pain in the kick-ass, right? A pain in the kick-ass. No, I hear you, George. I hear you. I hear you. It's like this competition website that we're going to build. Mark's probably listening. We were going to go with a Helvetica font, but you know what? Then I had to stop and think, and I was like, hold on, that's really close to Roboto. And I did a double check, and Helvetica is very close to Roboto. Roboto is the standard default font you get with no fetching, no nothing. So I thought, you know what? We're just going to stick to Roboto because A, no need for OMGF, no need for custom loading fonts. We're good to go, right? Roboto isn't the most exciting font, but seriously, if your client is okay with you building Roboto, right? Because that is so close to Helvetica, which is, the font we were talking about, Mark. Roboto is default. It's the default font. If you remove Google Fonts from your website, every font in your website will just be Roboto. Even if you pick Montserrat, Poppins, Lato, it doesn't matter. The minute you remove Google Fonts, you might see a different font on edit, but when it's live, it will all be Roboto. And for me, it's like, fine, that's what we do. So if you want a quick and easy way to optimize without worrying about too many fonts, Roboto. Do you know what I mean? That's what I say. And sometimes I say that to clients as well. I go, look, do you want to just go for this font? Because it's the lightest and quickest, and it's just going to come through. And if you want a stylish font or something different like Poppins or Montserrat or whatever, or Lato, Railway, we could go through all of them. Helium, there ain't one called Helium. We'll do that, but it keeps it light. It keeps it light and easy, because then all you do is just put in auto-optimize, remove Google font. I do sometimes add a code snippet in as well to again make sure that Google fonts are removed. And it works. Ain't that right, George? Isn't it? Roboto's not that bad, to be honest. If your website isn't luxury or beauty or health, you can so get away with it as a light, super light. Eddie's got a question there. Font. If I use system default, that means the font of the client browser default. Do you know what? I believe so, but I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that, Eddie. I don't want to say yes to that. I haven't gone down the scientific route of testing that hypothesis. Can anyone confirm what Eddie has said there? So if you use system default, I'm pretty sure it's just going to bring you Roboto. I'm pretty sure it's just going to give you Roboto. But can anyone just confirm that? Can anyone confirm that? Right, I'm just going to put my headphones on and I'm going to keep talking to you all. The only reason I've got my headphones on is because I need to check that this video I recorded today has not got any expletives in. Because believe me, I was effing and blinding a lot through this video when I clicked, I clicked the wrong thing. Oh, that's not working. Oh, that's taking 4 minutes. I was like proper on a meltdown when I was recording this video. But I'm still here to talk, okay? It's just me talking. Woocommerce, Razva. Just because I'm in my comfort zone with Woocommerce. Hold on. I've just realised. Oh, no, wait. I've just realised in this video, I've got the sound from my radio, but I can strip that out, so we're okay. For you, do you know how mad I would have been if, like, the key part of the video, I had the radio playing in the background? There we go. Hey, Artif. Hey, Catherine. Artif, I am not posting the uncut version. I am like proper like all the way through. Let me tell you, this video I recorded, okay? This video I recorded was 1 hour long. After editing out all of the bad bits, look how long it is now, the final video. 18 minutes, it's 25 seconds. I know, sorry, Artif, I missed your name. I'm really sorry, I missed your name there. I think psychologically my brain, like, cancels out, like, certain people. I go, oh, no, I'm going to pretend he's not there. But 1 hour recording, edited down to 18 minutes. That just shows how much bad stuff there was in there. Tons of bad stuff in there. No, Pigstar, you're not invisible. Don't worry, mate. Don't worry. So yeah, I'm just playing this in the background while talking. Hey Ken. Hey Ken, what are you working on? There you go, what George just said. That's what my thinking was about the system default being roboto. That's what I was thinking. We never post the uncut version, Astral. We never do that. Yeah, Pigstar, I can see you. I can see you. Pigstar, I can read you. Oh, sorry. Got you. No, Astral, I can see you, Astral. I just haven't responded. I'm just being selective now because I'm listening as well. Basically, the idea behind the video is how in less than 20 minutes can I sign up to Elementor Cloud and install a kit library for an e-commerce store, single product template, shop template as well, set all of that up. And kind of go over some of the settings and stuff you need to consider for your Woocommerce shop. And I got it in at 18 minutes. It was an hour, but I got it in at just over 18 minutes. Ka-ching! Naeem, says, can you suggest me a good tool for client and project management? Naeem, there's loads you could go out there. I would recommend you go to Google, CRM, right? Do a Google search for CRM and you're going to get loads of stuff. Atharim, sorry. Let's pronounce it right, everyone. Atharim is a good one. But Naeem, a lot of it will depend on what exactly do you want to get and what are you looking for. Because we could make loads of suggestions, but what is your end game? What are you trying to achieve? What has made you consider it, for instance? Think about that. How do I customize Woocommerce without Elementor? Well, you'll have to, to be honest, Razva, there's other plugins. So I can't remember what they're called now. Woolentor, Shop Engine. Shop Engine is a brilliant one. If I was going to make any recommendations to anyone who's not got Elementor Pro, I would recommend Shop Engine. Shop Engine is free. There's a pro version, but you don't need the pro version, okay? The free one is great. Cart page, checkout page, account page, shop page, single product page, your daddy page, your mummy page, every page, okay? It's really, really good. So that's my tip for you. Use Shop Engine. One word, Shop Engine. One word, get that plugin. It's free. There's a pro version, but you don't need a pro version, all right? So that person who said they'll pay me £15 to promote their directory website, remember that person yesterday? They're not come back to me after I said, for 15 minutes, I'll open your website, £15, I'll open your website and then literally leave it within 4 seconds. Rather than 3, I'll give you an extra second to 4. I said, that's as much as you'll get out of me unless you make a proper serious offer. But yeah, for really customizing Raspberry, Shop Engine is a good one. What do I think about Elementor widgets, cart and checkout? They're more for styling, if I'm honest, Eddie. They're more for styling, the cart and checkout widgets. With Cartflow, though, you can go a step further, can't you? How things interact and where things go. So with Cartflow, you can go a step further. With the Elementor widgets, cart and checkout, yeah, it's good, but it's more of a styling kind of thing. So George, hang on, George has got us. I'm really nervous now. So George has gone Web Squadron. I was thinking. And now we're waiting to know, what are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What are you thinking? So Naeem, main goal, create project, create task, time recording, and I also want to take payments from my clients with that. Google, right, WordPress, CRM, right, WordPress, CRM for the last month, and I'm pretty sure you're going to find an article on that. Try that, do that. Try that, do that, do that, do that. Okay? Yeah, without static. I just read what George... Oh, no, George, that's related to... Oh, yeah, so wouldn't it be great if Divi and Elementor generated the final output without static? Yes! I'm hoping that Elementor will have something built in, so you don't need to pay static that does that. Maybe that's why Elementor acquired them. Maybe they want to add that level, you know, like an experiment. There'll be an experiment which is like a static file. Maybe that's why Elementor acquired them. Aha! Maybe that's what's happening. They're going to let static do what static want, but they're going to utilize their knowledge and their experts, and eventually we'll have an experiment which allows the static. Maybe that will happen. But maybe they'll sort out Flexbox containers first. Right? Get that final version. Melissa, the conversation, Cartflow. Do you know something? I can't remember. My brain's going a bit blank. Is Cartflow free? I'm sure it... Yeah, I'm sure the plugin... Is Cartflow free? Cartflow... Or is it always? You got Funnel Builder by Cartflows, right? That you can do. However, yeah, this one is free. This one is free unless you go for the premium version. That is free. That's what I'm thinking, Catherine. Suddenly my brain just clicked. As soon as George said that, it suddenly made me go, oh, hold on. Maybe that's the whole point of acquiring them. You utilize the foundation to add something into Elementor to make it better, right? And static can still be static. Because static is still there for non-elemental people as well, right? So who knows? Oh, spam! Don't spam Carapace. They'll ban us. So can you recommend? So you recommend for customizing? Yeah, I wouldn't use Elementor. I just said it because I've heard about it. I used it once, and it was all right. Shop engine. To be honest though, Razvo, have you tried Googling? So I've kind of told you what I think, but have you tried Googling? So customize Woocommerce without Elementor. Have you tried that? Because I've already said what I think. CSS grid. Yeah, I mean, I don't get why either Pixar. It always seems to be like an afterthought, isn't it? CS grid. No, in fact, Notion. WP Tuts uses Notion as well, and I think he likes that one. No, yeah, George, I tried WP Search and Filter Pro, and yes, I found it to be very slow and cumbersome, and I spent way too much time on the settings. Didn't like it. Take care, Mark. What I will say, though, is that when it comes to funnel building, right, you really need to think hard about what are you trying to achieve? What are you trying to achieve? Exactly, Carapace. We want the flex box. Yeah, to be honest though, Razva, you could say that about everything, yeah. Like Elementor, even without Elementor, to be honest, right, everything needs a level of coding. There is no beautiful one-size-fits-all solution. However, when Code Snippets Pro has their community repository for Woocommerce, and we start to have snippets, functions, JavaScript, stuff bunged in there, that allows us to do so much more than we have ever thought of doing beyond just styling. And it stops us having to go and get third-party add-ons. That is a wonderful day. I look forward to that day. Don't you all look forward to that day? But yeah, with fun, I mean, many a times when I've worked with someone on a WooCommerce store, sometimes the whole shop, product, cart, checkout, or even product straight to checkout purchase is fine. Because sometimes I don't like to go, or I don't see the point of sometimes going like extra stuff unless it's really needed. Because when I buy from Amazon, product, the whole cart, checkout, whatever you want to call it, and then off you go. So it's almost like, I remember someone once, they had like a map, a drawing for their funnel, and it was like, and they go, oh, if you buy this, I want you to go here, 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 here. If you buy this, you go here, here. And I was like, but why do you want them to go here, here, here? Oh, because I want them to see this and see that and see that. And I was like, well, why don't you just build your single product, right? You got your single product, and underneath or in another column on the side, you have other stuff. So they can see it, and they can still add it. So it literally has add to cart. It's just an image. You can't click it and it takes you elsewhere. It literally is just add to cart. So you don't have to go, and you all end up back at the same checkout. Right? Have you ever thought about that? You have a shop page, single product. You got your products and the details. And over here, in a column which is like 30% or whatever, you might have some other add-ons or products. But that is not a product. It is just an image. And underneath it, you have add to cart. So when they click it, it doesn't take them to another page. It just adds it to the cart. Whoa, brain explosion time. And there's no need for any cart flows or funnels and stuff like that. That could work, right? I should do a video on that, shouldn't I? Don't know why I haven't yet. Been meaning to. I should do a video on that. Do you know what? I'm just going to like render this video, okay? And I'm going to just send it to the Elementor people. And if they find any expletives, they can let me know. I'm pretty sure I got them all out. So Eddie says, someone told me that when a person wants to buy something, it doesn't really matter how beautiful the car. Do you know, Eddie? This is dedicated to Eddie. Mwah, voila. That is exactly the point I make a lot as well, right? If I know the website I bought this monitor, 49-inch ultra-wide monitor, their website is appalling. Appalling. The way it looks, the font, it's appalling, right? But they had this monitor. And I even spoke to them on the phone. They were the cheapest place to get it. I don't give two shits about the colours or anything like that. I wanted it. And eBay, for me, is actually quite ugly. I find eBay's interface quite ugly. I'm really sorry, but I do. And Amazon isn't the nicest looking website, is it? Really? Very old-fashioned. I mean, it works. They got great stuff, but, you know, cosmetically. But you want to buy something, you do it. And if I've ever bought something off a website and then because when I click add to cart, I expect it to be in the cart. When I click checkout, I don't want to be going on a, checkout. No, I want to go straight to checkout. And the only time I accept that it won't go to checkout is if it goes to a cart page before checkout. I accept that. But if it goes like trying to like sell me something else, it's like when you buy a car, right? So you go in, you make a deal, and you buy the car, and you put down a deposit. And then all of a sudden, out comes the businessman. Oh, yeah, what about this? What about that? No, I've done the deposit. No, I'm done the deposit. Oh, yeah, but... Quite frankly, when they're doing all of that, I'm like this. Right? Take your trousers off, okay? Park your butt on my finger and spin on it. That's how I feel. Exactly, Pickstar. eBay and Amazon, they just do the job for us, right? They just... You get over how ugly they are, but because you know that it's... You find what you want, and you can buy it. And there's no distractions either, are there? After you've purchased it, they sometimes have other people bought this, and this as well. They do that, but from the point of, I want that, cart, checkout, all of that, that's how it is. And so I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with complex cart flows. And remember, if you're starting off as a business and you haven't got people flocking to your website, you want to make it seamless and easy to purchase. When you know that people will come to your website, right, and they will buy regardless, then you can experiment a bit more. But I do say to any companies I'm working with, you really want to keep it simple. You want to know it works. There's no fall off. There's no bouncing. It just does the job. Sorry, Melissa, I just saw your comment. Yeah, eBay really hasn't evolved since like what, 1999? You know, it's still, but it does the job. And if it does the job, why reinvent the wheel, right? Why reinvent the wheel? If you think about it, right, the wheel is circular. The wheel is not round, it is circular. It does the job. If, however, the wheel was spherical, like totally round, like a ball, and they were connected to cars with magnets, like BB-8 in Star Wars, then when you drive a car, you wouldn't, in a way, if you wanted to turn around, because the wheels are balls and they spin, you could literally go like, you could literally go like that. You wouldn't have to go like this, like that. You would go like that, right? So, why reinvent the wheel? I think it's about time we did reinvent the wheel. Right? It's time to reinvent the wheel. If the wheels were balls... if the wheels were balls, you'd be using up less carbon and exhaust fumes to turn your car around. There you go. I just solved global warming. Greta, get in touch, Greta. I just solved world crises. Right? World crises. Tanks with their flipping caterpillar tracks. Just give them caterpillar track balls. Didn't the Batmobile have like that? No, it had like a piston that went and then it turned around. Sorry, I digress. But there you go. Whenever anyone says don't reinvent the wheel, you say, hey, but did you realise if you gave your car 4 balls, it would spin around. Do you like that one, Pixar? Why invent the wheel if you can have balls? In fact, it's time to reinvent the wheel with balls. I think I've just realised my Elon Musk moment in life. I feel like, I'll knock on door. Hey, have you got a car? Have you got balls? No? Well, here's a packet. Here's a Lego kit. Go create your balls. I'm a bit worried that we went from Eddie's question about cart flow and funnels to cars and balls. Yeah, for a Friday, right? I think, yeah, okay. Hey? What's this? I'm confused now. I'm confused by that. What is that for? Someone has just sent me £3.90 to our business account. What's that for? Why would someone send me £3.90 to our business account? I don't even recognise the name. Has anyone here just sent £3.90? What? Oh, I don't know now. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so Carapace, some people are saying that Oxygen will continue to be kind of, maybe John, I mean, maybe it's a donation, but because there's no comment, I'm like, what's that for? What's that for? People are saying Oxygen will continue to be supported. I don't think it will. I think eventually you'll get to a point. I know, £3.90, not £4, Melissa, £3.90. What happened to the 10p? Did it get lost in like space-time continuum in a multiverse? If breakdance takes off and starts to, breakdancing and everywhere, why would they continue with Oxygen? Why would they? Makes no sense, right? You got 2 shops. You open a brand new shop. Everyone goes to that shop. This shop is just sat there with a customer service going, Oh, no one's come in today. Oh, I better just like stare at the wall again. Why would you keep that shop opening? But Artie, breakdance is like, you know, a movement. No, it's just someone just mentioned something about oxygen and breakdance again. I was way past all that. I was way past that. Tolga. Now I know who it is. Dankeschön. Thank you very much. No, I'm not going to give it a try. Honest, Artie, I won't. I'm not. If I was going to give... If there were going to be two other builders that I would use, maybe Bricks, maybe Webflow. But if I'm honest, I need 2 weeks of nothing. No live chats, no clients, no nothing. No son, no family, no nothing. Right? Then I might go, all right, I'll have a look. But if I'm honest, I just don't have the appetite. Don't have the appetite for it. Just don't have the appetite. You know, it's like, I got to give credit to Paul, though, WP Tuts. You know, like the fact that he gives up his time to look at something new or whatever, and he plays around with it. Like even though I'm talking to you all, you know I'm working. I'm clicking and doing stuff over here, and I just haven't got the time or capacity. Just not got time or capacity. Do you know what? Now you've said that, Artif, right? Can I just grab another bottle? Can I grab another bottle? Just grab another bottle. Back in a moment, all right? By the way, again, I want to say thank you again to Jimmy for all the freebies that came along. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Hey, Matt, how are you? I think that's the reason why, Carapace, I don't want to use other page builders as well. Because I don't want to like play around with bricks and get really frustrated because it can't do everything I want. And that's the problem I got with Flexbox Container. When I started creating tutorials for that, I think it was either end of Feb or March. And I just got a bit like annoyed that some things weren't finalized yet. But like if you use the if you use Elementor Basic Gallery, it's fine. If you use the Advanced Gallery from Elementor Pro, you know that if you have two, Catherine, you'll see this. If you have two containers, and in one container you got the Advanced Gallery, that gallery will bleed behind the second container underneath. And even when you change the Z index and margin padding, all of that makes no soddle difference. That container below bleeds over it. And it is like, what the heck is this? Exactly, Pickstar. The time I lose to get used to Webflow and bricks and all of that. Do you know something? Bottles last longer. Not because they got more, but they do last longer, don't they? Because the minute you open a can, the taste is dying. Every second, the taste is like evaporating out. Or fizzing out. Good to hear you bouncing back, Matt. Poor Jimmy dropped a tear. I just read, John, your comment as well. I mean, I know George uses Divi a lot, and he likes Divi. I mean, I played around with them, and I just felt more in tune with the way Elementor worked and does things. Do you love I mean, so many people have commented on how I smelt the book. I couldn't help it. I literally could not help it. Like I was like, I mean, there's no. I mean, like this is another. That's got no smell. This is another book I've got. What's this smell like? I hit myself in the face then. Did you see that? I was like that. I hit my nose. This has lost the smell. Now this smells like food. Because sometimes I put my food on top of here. Look, you can even see a grease mark. That is a grease mark. All right. Calm down, everyone. Calm down. Just ask them, Matt. Just say to them, are they a registered company? Just say, are they a registered company? Pickstar asks, is it a fetish? Sniffing. I don't know. Is it? Is it though? I think it's something about when I was young, as a kid, I used to go to the library every day except weekends. Did you know that? Every day after school, I'd get home, quickly have a quick snack, and go out to the library. I loved going to the library. I really did. And I always loved that smell of books. Terry Pratchett books, The trouble is, though, when I think about it now, and I was smelling books in the library, I was actually smelling the fragments of skin and dandruff and farts and methane and burps and grime from the previous reader. When you think about it, I was actually breathing in the aftermath of like someone dying. Because quite frankly, right, it's like it's a smell of aged death within the pages. When you think about it, next time you smell a book, next time you smell anything, make sure you know what you're smelling and where it comes from. But I loved that is one thing I do miss, though. I have to be honest, I do miss that. Because we have info readily available all over the place here and everything. It was a moment of discovery every time you went to the library. Brand new book or a book's been returned. Oh, I really want that book. Do you remember the days when you were researching for coursework or something or a project and you go to the library and you're there with your mates and you're looking at books, you're photocopying pages? Yeah, I pulled myself together. Eddie. He's reading his books on the iPad. They all smell the same. Don't smell it. You get an electric shock, Eddie. All right, careful. Do you know what? Can you imagine if you're on a train and you're reading and you're like this? You grab your iPad and you go, "Ooh, I love the smell of pages." And you say it. If there's people sat here, they got to be here. You have to look. You have to project the sound towards them, but don't look at them. Just say, "Ooh, I love the smell of pages." Ooh, ooh, that's good. That's what you need to do. Hey, farting in the spacesuit. Wow, George, you learned BBC Micro. Did you now? Wow, what? Sorry, what's Cubake? I don't know what Cubake is. I know what BBC Micro is, but what's Cubake? Is that like porn? What's Cubake? Well, Richard, we've moved on from the round balls for wheels, for cars. We're now talking about the smell of books, and Pigstar has kind of summarized it lovely. It's the same smell as farting in a spacesuit. He's kind of... Oh, Q Basic. Do you know something? I don't really know Q Basic. And I don't even know if I have even recalled seeing it. It rings a bell, but I'm not sure if I'm misinterpreting. Free internships. To be honest, Indapri, right. You either have to contact a company directly, or you find someone that's offering it on LinkedIn. Do a search for intern, not internship, intern. Do a search on Facebook. There's probably a Facebook group for interns. It also depends on where is the intern. Where are you based in Dupree again? Whereabouts do you live again? Do you know something about Eddie and everyone here? When I was trying to get my head around and learn a bit of JavaScript about 2 years ago, I actually bought a book off Amazon. I preferred to have the book. Do you know why? Because I can make notes. I can put post-its. So if I'm learning something and I really need to get my head around it and whatever and digest it and all of that, I actually prefer books. Because on the book, you can put notes, can't you? You can put a post-it. You can write something on a page and put it in or tape it or whatever you want to do. There is something about being able to just... I feel like I'm learning more when I do that. Does anyone else feel like that when you're at that point, when you're trying to learn something? If it's just something you can skim read and you're going to pick it up and then go, yeah, and move on, electronically works better. But if I want to make notes and stuff like that, I know you can do it electronically, I know that, but I prefer to have the book and then do. Okay, you're moving to Germany within 3 months. Okay, then what you need to do is go and do a search on Facebook for Germany or German intern. Go to LinkedIn, do a search for intern and restrict it to Germany in your search results. Right? Do a search. In fact, is anyone here from Germany or in Germany at the moment? Pixar, you're not in Germany. I can't remember. Are you in Netherlands? I always get my locations mixed up with everyone sometimes. But is anyone here from Germany and can offer any advice to Interpret about where to go to get or where to search for interns? But I would say LinkedIn, Germany intern, and then do a search on Facebook, Germany intern. Yeah, Pixar, you are Germany, aren't you? I couldn't remember though I know you're German, but I couldn't remember if you were like living elsewhere, Netherlands now. Or Spain. Where are you now, Pixar, by the way? Are you Spain? You're not in Germany still, are you? Hey, Mark, how you doing? Where do you live now, Pixar? The fact that Pigstar's not here right now means he's probably just setting the microwave with his whatever he's warming up. Ding! He's just setting up his microwave. Just got to quickly respond to a few questions that have come in to me. Ha! It's alright, someone's just replied to something with, okay, thank you. I asked him a question, and all they've come back with, okay, thank you. No, you haven't answered my question. The entire email was literally just, can you describe da 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 da, and all they've come back with is okay, comma, thank you. Yeah, I think they've misunderstood what I was asking them for. The best way to make money on. So George has just sent me a video, and I'm just going to quickly read it. Do you know something? I'm really fed up of all these YouTube adverts that come on. You know, like, hey, free training. Hey, free this. Hey, make loads of money, £20,000. Hey, look at this check. Look what I made last month. I made £2,000. Oh, look, £3,000. Oh, look, £5,000. Yay. I get really fed up of that. And how so many people are doing these adverts where they say, get a book, a popular book, which is now like, you know, like, I can't know what it's called now. Basically, it's okay for you to repackage that book and sell it as an ebook or something, or I don't know, do XYZ and you're gonna make £10,000 a month. I really, really hate. I know, Catherine. I know. I wish there was a way to stop, you know, like certain adverts, because I really hate those adverts. George, I'm actually watching that video, and I'm going to tell you right now, I am shutting down my website. I'm shutting down everything right now because I feel like you just killed my brain. I just watched it and goes, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm not going to learn Q Basic and BBC Micro. Don't forget to click like, everyone. Do you know something, though, Richard? It's a really strange one this year. I don't like the cost of YouTube Premium. I think it's too expensive. But number two, even though some of the adverts are rubbish, there are sometimes good ones as well. I have to be honest. Sometimes there's the odd advert that you go, oh, all right, that's quite cool. Or you learn something from you watch what they do. So in a weird way, I don't like I don't like the adverts that are like, hey, yeah, make money. Hey, look at me with my yacht and my big house and yay. And they're just lying through their teeth. But I haven't invested in Premium yet because I don't mind seeing some adverts. I don't mind. No kidding, George. You got that machine. Just reading. I'm not even going to try. So Pickstar lives. If I interpret what Pickstar says, is you saying you live in Germany. Werde ich wohne in Deutschland und spreche natürlich auch Deutsch. What? Werde mich flipping heck, Pickstar. What are you saying? But yeah. Oh, sorry. Let me just quickly. I've just realised I got to render this video. Elementor Cloud Woocommerce. Just got to render. Sorry, just wait a minute. Just got to render this video. Render. Contender. Right, there you go. Render. So I just got to reply to a message that's come here. Pickstar is in Germany. Do you know what? I don't know why I had this feeling like you'd moved to Spain. I don't know why I had that vision in my head. Ah, there you go. So look, Richard, I couldn't be asked to put it through Google Translator. Hey, Charlie. Hey, hey, hey. What's this? Hey, mate. Just responded to you, by the way, okay, on the Facebook thing. So, this video I'm just rendering, gotta send it over to Elementor. You know what? I need to fix a shelf here. You see right here, I need to put a shelf, and then on that shelf, I need to put him back up. Oh, sorry, I'm holding R2's middle leg, in case you were wondering. Right? I need to kind of have him somewhere like that. You know, I don't know, should I have R2 further back or nearer? I think further back actually works better. What do you think? Give me your opinion, right? So, forward or sort of like roughly there, further back. Forward, back. It's like an eye test. Is it clearer number 1 or number 2? Number 1, number 2. Which one? What are we going for, people? What are you going for? What are you going for? Yep. So, Mike, if you want to email me, I love what Richard just wrote there about what makes him squeal. It's the middle leg. Right, Mike, if you want to email to that email link, info@websquadron.co.uk. Yeah, number 2. I think number 2. I agree with you. I agree exactly what you're saying. The light. But then again, you see, I have this light here. Let me put this light on, right? Let me put this light on, right? See that light now bounce off my face there, right? So let me now do number 1 and number 2 again. Let me do number 1 and number 2 again. So this friggin' middle leg. This is number 2. This is number 1. This is with this light on now. Number 2. No, sorry. Number 1 or number 2. Which one? Which one did you like? C3PO. Yeah. I like C3PO. This light's actually quite cool. Watch the effect on my face when I turn it off. You see that? See what it does to the background there with the curtain? Literally just a light. It's got these purple filters on it. Let me just turn this off. There we go. Just make sure it doesn't fall on me now. It does sometimes fall. There we go, yeah. Just check the comments, check the comments. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe down there as well. I'm thinking more at the back. I'm not sure. Oh, right, okay, Charlie. Sorry, Charlie, I've just seen what you've written about the mobile cache. That's why you get, yeah, okay. Number two. 2 twos. Oh, Pixar. Oh, you mean this lamp? Do you mean this? Yeah, well, what I might do, you see, well, normally you see, you know this lamp that I have here, right? It's normally not pointing there. It's normally actually pointing more towards me here. And normally I have the lighting adjusted so I don't get too much glare in the glasses. But it's normally lighting me up here. And then I have the blue one over here, which lights me up here. So I get the blue effect. Let me just turn that off like that. There we go. But yeah, number 2. I do wonder though, Charlie, the pro version of WP Fastest Cash, I do wonder though, is it really worth it? I do wonder. Because I've never used it, and how much is it? How much is it, Charlie? What's the cost of it? Is it a year cost, a one-off cost? What's the cost of it? So probably later on today, I will have to install a shelf about... Actually, it's got to be low. It can't be there. It can't be there because I don't want you to see the shelf. It's going to have to be there because R2 will come to about here. And I think that will work better. The only thing I have a problem with, I suppose, you know what? $49, Charlie. What's that? 40 quid, whatever. Converted. Give it a go. Give it a go. Just don't have a takeaway tomorrow with your kids. Here, I've got this really annoying line. Can you see that line? You can see it there. And it's just the way the panel sits. That panel there, I get this really annoying, shitty line right there. That's annoying me. That annoys me quite a bit. I'm just wondering, Charlie, is it going to really make a difference? Is it really going to make a difference? Have you tried Lightspeed Cache, which is free? Have you tried, instead of WP Fastest Cache, have you tried Lightspeed Cache, maybe, instead? Maybe get rid of WP Fastest Cache and put Lightspeed Cache in and try that. And don't forget to hit like, Charlie. If you haven't hit like already, hit the like, okay? It's for the WordPress. It's for the YouTube algorithm because there's a higher chance that other people are going to see not just the live chat or it just means there's a higher chance that the video and all of that will crop up for people to see. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure about a poster. I'm not completely sure yet if I really want to be putting a poster up there. If I'm really, really honest, I'm just not sure. I tried once before with a poster approach and then I took it off. This was in another room. Lightspeed Cache, yes, Charlie. It works completely fine. Completely fine. Okay, so... Oh, yeah, by the way, sorry, I'm just going to quickly answer what Mike is saying before I review your website. Okay. Oh, yeah, those posters that Paul's got, I love them. I love those. The artist who does those pictures, right, he does amazing stuff. He does all this Marvel stuff. He does alternate Marvel posters. Brilliant. I'm just going to show you the light we have down here. Do you see that light there? That's now on. But I also have another light, which is... Let me get this right. Ooh. So when I'm normally recording, I have this blue light on as well, which kind of shines me over here. Shines me. And I have that one there as well. So I have a bit of a light. So you can see on my hands now, let me get it right. It's because it's angled the wrong way. Sorry. You get the purple there coming off this one. You get the blue. I can't get my hands right. I can't get my hands right. I'm getting the wrong light here. There. So there's a bit of a blue effect as well. And I can angle that a little bit. So you get a bit more lighting going on. But let me just turn that one off. Let's just turn that one off. And I'm just going to turn that one off as well. Look. I've only got 5 lights. You got the diffuser light up here, which lights me. You got those over there at the back, which look like that. And then I got the light down here, floodlight that goes there, floodlight there that goes there, and then you got a blue one here and a purple one here to hit me, kind of thing. Okay, cool. In fact, I'll put that one back on. Boop, like that. There we go. And you can change the colour, by the way. All of these I can change the colour, look. Or I could go orange. Or green. Yeah. Or proper red. Let's go for the Sith. Right, now we're going to Sith zone, right? Or you can just go white, which still has a bit of a purple feel, which is weird in a way. But anyway, we'll just go for... Sorry, I'm just going through the lights now, aren't I? Right, okay. Do you know something, Richard? Richard, this is seriously interesting. When I have all of this on, MacBook, light, guess what the electric meter says? Guess what it says? 4p per minute. No, 4p per hour. Sorry, 4p per hour. It's really low. Yeah, you basically mean this light, don't you? Like that. You're talking about that one, aren't you? With the blue there. So I do sometimes switch to blue. Right, let me just check the questions here. Server cache, yeah, it's awesome combo. Yes, electric bill is hardly anything. Yeah, exactly, my LEDs, yeah. 4p per hour, Richard. It's more expensive for me to put the kettle on, right? It is, when the kettle is on for like, what, 1-2 minutes, that is more expensive than maybe 10 hours of this. Right, let me just do Mike's website, because Mike did send it, and he's patiently sat there. He's probably sat in a sauna. I don't know where Mike is, but let's just... Okay. All right, Mike, are you ready? Are you ready, Mike? Are you ready? Give me a yeah if you're ready, Mike. Do you know how to save money with kettles? Don't put them on. Or only put in enough for what you need, because the more water you have, the longer it takes. Tell me you're ready, Mike. Okay, I don't want to do it until you're ready. And if you need to go get a drink or get a bit of butter, yeah, you ready? Okay, cool. Right, so let me just... Right, okay, cool. So, Mike Williams II. Let me just refresh this page again, just so you can see the animation. So we've got the couple come sliding in. What I will say is, you know this logo here? There's a bit of black text there that says The People's Church. Because it's in black, you can't read it. And because it's not a sticky header, so I thought, okay, maybe it's a sticky header. And the header converts to white. That's why it's in black. I would, if you can, get that to be in white, because you can't read it. Can you see it here? It says The People's Church. Let me just do. Look, you see that? The People's Church. So you can't read that there. I would definitely, I would say you've got more spacing here than you need. More than you need. But you've got not enough spacing here underneath the logo. So your spacing above the logo is like, well, basically this entire header, right? This entire header, if I just use this thing here, right? From the top, like, so I don't know, it looks like 30, 35, maybe. I said you could definitely shrink it to about 15 or 20. I would get it down to 20. right? So I would mess that up, do that. And here, I would definitely have 50 pixels minimum, 60 even. The place where there's restoration for all people. I think you could get this all onto... I just want to double check something, okay, everyone? Just hold on a moment. I'm just going to extend your screen. Yeah, look, I feel like... So I'm sorry, can I just switch this to my big monitor for a moment? I just want to check something. Yeah, okay, I can see what's going on now. Right. What you've got over here is... There's a hard return here. There's a carriage. So even if it was wide enough to have there's restoration in one line, you've broken it up. And I think on a different size, it does look a bit weird, even on a really big screen. And I would definitely I would say halve the size of this. I would definitely halve it. Or go to 60% of what you got there, Mike. Yeah, I would definitely halve it. I'm on a MacBook, by the way. This is a MacBook screen. But I would definitely halve that. I mean, look, if I just shrink the screen down, yeah, can you see here there's a hard return? Look, there's a hard return there. That's what it looks like to me. And I would definitely do that, yes. Let's and because I would say this is what you should have. The place where there's restoration for all people. That would be 3 lines. Yep. The place where, line 1, there's restoration, line 2, for all people, line 3. And I would do that. Okay, I would do that. What's she holding? Is she holding something? What? Hold on. What is she holding? Is she holding something there? What's going on here? Okay, right. This about us, I would have it left aligned over here. I would move that to be here. And I would increase your bottom padding because that is too close now to the bottom. I would have, look, I would say if you're going to do 60 pixels here, padding there, or bring it down, or spacing, I would do it here as well, 60. So get that breathing space, and I would have the button on the left align there. Yeah. Is she holding? I can't tell. Is she holding something? I mean, he looks happy. He looks really happy. Look at him. He's like, yeah. And she's like, what's she holding? This bit gives me a bit of a disconnect, right? So you see this slight 3D effect with the holding an R2D2. Here you've got the drop shadow effect, whatever. And then you've got it here as well, right? It feels disconnected from this and this and this. It just feels like we've gone and introduced a completely different style and a different style font. It is similar. Is it the same as that? I think it is the same as... it's the same as that font, but you got that and that. It just feels disconnected. And I would say that the font you're using here, the style, not the style, but the font, whatever, I would be reusing that there. It just feels that the drop shadow, sorry. I kept saying shadow effect, drop shadow. I feel like it's put a hot dog in there. Behave, everyone, all right? This is, oh no, we're going all over the place now. I would increase the spacing here. The image feels too close. The images are big, but they're kind of posters, so I get that. But I would have a bit more spacing here. It just feels a bit cramped, just a tiny bit cramped there. Because you got loads of words. Here's what I mean, though. You got so many words here already. When you have these words here, it's now feeling cramped. It's now busy. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm going left, right, up and down. My eyes are like that. So I would say slightly move it. Right, let's just scroll down. I would increase the padding here. So you know what you've got here, right? What is that? what is that? What have we got here? 80, right? You got 80 there, right? You want to have 80 here and 80 here. Consistent spacing, 80, 80, 80. Yeah, make sure you do that. You've got a black line here, but I don't think you've got a black... Yeah, so look, if you're going to do a black line here, I would have a white line here. Again, it's that kind of flow. It's kind of like, it feels like everything is going, you know, flowing nicely. I would do that. Video. Watch here. Okay, let me just go back over here. Now, you see this button? Look at the style of that button. It can. Don't worry about the colors, everyone, but look at the style of that button. Look at the font size and all of that. The spacing. Now look at this button here. It's a completely different style and size. And I would say to you, that kind of button I think works better than this one here. And I would say just copy the style of that and paste the style on the top one. Again, consistency, 80 pixels, about that. Yeah, exactly what Catherine... Do you know what? Catherine's just put it poetically. Repetitive pattern. Look, it's like, basically, when you go to the toilet... I love my analogies. When you go to the toilet, you got the seat, you got the hole, you got the flush. When you go to a toilet and the flush is like... You got to use an app to flush. And the seat, you have to build it out of Lego. We're like, whoa. You rush out the room, don't you? You go and find a bin. 80 pixels again. Again, just consistency. You know, consistency. That looks a bit wrong. Have it in the middle if you're going to do that. Again, that looks a bit dodgy over there. With not sure what that's doing there. If I was you, right? If I was you, you know what you've got here? Send us a message, and you got the get rid of that drop shadow. Get rid of the drop shadow. Really, it doesn't help you at all. Get rid of that. It just looks dodgy. Don't have that. And here's my tip for you, okay? Let me just minimize this so you can see it properly. Let me just minimize this, okay? Get the map to start here. Put some margin in and move it down to start here. Right? Get it to go down here. And I will do, Eddie. I will do. Don't worry. And the SEMrush and all of that. But I would get rid of that drop shadow for sure. Get rid of the drop shadow. Even with padding, I feel like it would just not work. But get this to start level with here. Right? So bring it all down. Your button here, if you're going to have like a black button, like that, put the same style button here. Consistency. Yeah? So if you're going to have a rounded pill button, go for a rounded pill button, the same color. Like right now, you've got different colors going on there. And then we get down to here. Again, 80 pixel, 80 pixel. Keep it consistent. 80 pixel below. 80, 80, 80. I think this right now is I bet this is 700. No, I was wrong. 850-ish, right? Make that 1,000. Stretch it out. It's too close. It's too close, right? You just got... Let me just double check, though. If I... Oh, hold on. Did I... No, wait. Sorry, I just realised I put the wrong size in. It was still on 100%. Sorry, not the right percent. It's too close. So spread that out, okay? Right, I'm now just going to check how does your website look on Responsinator, right? Let's just check your website on Responsinator. And while we're at it, let's go for page speed insights as well. Let's just do that as well. Boom, boom, boom. Let's just do them all, right? Let's run that. And let's go to over here. Right, so we've got your website. So mobile. Yeah, that's okay. That's kind of a nice effect we got going on there with the mobile. Sorry, let me just do that. That's a nice effect. I like that. I'm still worried about whatever she's holding there. The place, Again, look at this. This could be on 3 lines. Doesn't need to be 4. 3 lines, easy. The about us, shrink that down, put it over there. You know, left align, but doesn't need to be. I would move them to be more to the right. So you know his arm, I don't mind if a bit of his arm is cut off, but make him go to the right. Definitely have some padding here. I mean, look, you got image, words, image. It starts to get confusing. Definite 40, 50 pixels there. Definitely. The rest of it really is just consistency. You know, like, look, we've already said get rid of the shadow. I mean, that's got a bit too much padding. I mean, you only really need, in my opinion, you only really need 15 either side. So, you know, when you're doing, like, your thing here, you only really need about, like, I only go with about 15 either side. But 15 for me is more than enough. Now, did you see what just happened? Did anybody miss that? Let me run this again, right? Let me just run this again. Watch what happens when I get to the footer. And you're going to want to watch out for this, okay? Well, let me just show you. Watch this, right? Watch what happens when I get to the footer. Keep watching, everyone. Keep watching, keep watching, keep watching, keep watching, keep watching. There. Did you see that? We got a white background before it comes up. I would get rid of that because it just looks it kind of just breaks it a little bit. Just breaks it a bit. Just breaks it a little bit. Now I'm just going to check your page speed score. Sorry. Let me just see if I can not plug in. Don't want to do that. How to create a style guide. So basically it's going to be like, you know, like your fonts, your colors, it's like Mark's just emailed me about colors and fonts for a competition website and all of that. Right, let me just go to your page speed score, right? Your desktop is 52. 52 for a desktop is worrying. I'll tell you now, you know, that's worrying. The mobile is 39. So I think whoa, that's a bit crazy speed we're getting there. Right, images, look at that, WebP. Your images aren't in WebP, you're using PNG, bulkresizePhotos.com. Can't stress it enough, okay? Render blocking, are you using any optimization plugins? Server speed, well, that'll be down to your server. Sizing your images. So you might have a big image, which is like 1920 1080, but how big is it on your screen? How big does it need to be? So you can resize that in your WordPress media library. Unused CSS, unused JavaScript, optimization plugins. Down here, you aren't preloading your fonts. And I've got a feeling you're fetching from Google. So you haven't used OMGF plugin or done a preload of your fonts. So catch that out. I would say work on those, and then some of these might fall out when you do your optimization plugin. Boom, we're done. We're done on that. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so did that help, Mike? Did that help? Always, do you know what? Whenever we do this, it always sounds harsh, but we're just giving you advice and stuff. And at the end of the day, you can take on board whatever you want to take on board, and you don't have to pay any attention to anything we said because it's just our opinion. It's a good opinion though, but I hope that's helped, Mike. I hope that's helped from a style, visual aspect. I've just read what George has gone. Stop! You're breaking my concentration. Sorry, George. The great thing is, though, Mike, is that everything I've just said to you on there, you could do in an hour. Sorry, not the page speed bit. Easily in half an hour or an hour, you could easily sort out that homepage and the mobile. Easily. And then comes the hard work. Because when you've built a website, I can't stress this enough, everyone. Okay? When you build a website, work out what fonts you're going to use, custom load them, get your images, bulk resize photo, convert them to WebP, right? Sort out your global colors, your global font, or whatever you want to do, right? Your typography, hello theme. Sort all of that out. Because then when you build, some of these messages that were coming through about the, whoops, have I just clicked something? Sorry, just got to double check I've not done something wrong here. Yeah, make sure you click like, by the way. Then all of these errors about next generation images, size of images, preloading fonts, your optimization plugins, Auto-Optimize, WP Fastest Cache, Lightspeed, WP Rocket, whatever you want to use, you get them all in. Hey, Della, you get them in, and you're not worrying about what we just showed you on Page Speed Insights, because now your website wasn't big, by the way. But what if you've got a 10-page website and you're now going to have to go through every image? Now, your mobile score was low, right? Was low. And it wasn't even due to Google Tag Manager or Facebook Pixels, right? It wasn't due to any of them, but it was low. So that's, you can definitely get that up. And your desktop was in the 50s. Again, that's, for a desktop, that's low. So, but again, once you get your head around it, and I know for a fact, when you come to build your other website, I think you're going to take on board now, right? What are my fonts? Custom load them, right? Color branding, global colors, all of that. Preloading your fonts, which I've just said. WebP images, your optimization plugins. And when you build with that mindset from the get-go, you're going to be singing and dancing all day and night long, baby. Right? You'll be fine. Yeah, Eddie, we've done that quite a few times, Eddie, actually. Whenever we get asked, and I've got the time and capacity to do it, we just do it live. We did actually quite a few videos on it as well. I even did Atarim. The Atarim website, I reviewed it and released a video of it. What I said was good and what I felt could be changed. And you know what? He actually changed what I pointed out. So he was he was like, oh yeah. So he was glad for it. Absolutely, Mark. So I did a video on this and I want to stress this now. You got your website, fonts, images, all of that. Boom, 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 boom. You got your optimization. Boom, 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 boom. Right? You got Elementor Pro. You then go to your header template, blank template, and you put in a heading. You know the heading, add your text here. You put that in. And you then check it's okay in the mobile. Blank page, one heading. Check your page speed. Check your page speed. Yeah, go for it, Eddie. info@websquadron.co.uk. You check your page speed. If your page speed is like 90% and it's not due to your server, work out why. Because your page speed should be 99 or 100% when all you've got is a blank page and one heading. It should. Then you do your proper header. Your menu, your logo, all of that. You do that. You check it in mobile, optimize it, for mobile responsiveness, and then you check your page speed score. You should still be 99 or 100. I'm telling you now. You should be. Then you do your hero banner. You create it for the desktop or whatever way you want to do it. You check it in mobile, whatever way you want to do it. And then you check the page speed score. Technically, you should be still 96, 97, 98, maybe even 100. You should still be high. If your score drops, was it because you had a video? Was it a slideshow? Was it an image? What was it? What's causing it to drop? And I tell you what, I'm a pain in the ass when I build a homepage. I am checking. And you know why I keep doing that? Because if I've got my containers or sections and everything working well, doing what it needs to do, and the score is still 92% on the mobile, 95% on the mobile, when I do every other page, it is a copy of the home page. But you modify the content, you take out a section, you add a section, whatever, you do stuff. And then I check again. And I then know that every page on that website is good to go. Because when you replicate a page or a section and you know it was optimized and working well, it already has the fonts in there. It's already got the margin and padding in there. It's already got whatever you wanted to have in there. You just stylize it a bit different with the colors or the text or the images or a widget. And if you change a widget, you check the mobile and then you check the page speed score. I did a video on it about this is how you get the perfect section approach. Believe it or not, even the contact me page, which will just be contact and a form and an image maybe, is a copy of the home page, but you stripped out loads of sections, but you kept one and put the contact form in. You know it's good. You know it's good to go. Exactly, Mike. Exactly. And once you do one section great and you got your padding right, when you duplicate that section, got a spot here. When you duplicate that section, it will now have the padding built in. Sorry for that noise. It's built in. And if you build a hero banner with a header, a subheader and text, and you've stylized it for the desktop, the tablet, the mobile, and you duplicate it, it's got the font sizes in there for the desktop, the tablet, the mobile. So when you rearrange it and rewrite the text, it's got the styling in. Right? You got a button. You just copy paste. You don't create the button from scratch. You copy paste it. On your website, Mike, you had 3 buttons on the homepage and all of them with different styles. You do one, you do it right. You know, what did Gandalf say? Keep it secret, keep it safe. You do it right. You copy and paste it. Or you set up a global widget. Global widgets can be a pain in the butt crack, all right? Because every time you want to modify it, you got to then stop it being a it's annoying. It's annoying. I hope that was useful. When I built my first website, I didn't have anyone to kind of advise or tell me that. And I asked someone to give me a review. And like 3 or 4 people gave a review. But do you know what? They all just said the same thing. Oh, we don't like it. Oh, this looks like, oh, it's rugfish. Oh, whoa. And I was like, whoa, hold on. First time I'm using Elementor. Whoa. But I'm hopeful. We prefer to kind of, well, the way we do things, and it's not just me advising, it's everyone on the chat as well, is constructive help and support. Make sure you are clicking like, okay? If any of you are watching this, do you know what? Even if you don't like it, click like so that other people see the video and see what we do. So they can all join in and say, oh, we don't like him either. But click like, right? Just checking some comments that are coming. Yeah, Eddie, I'm just wondering if I might break. I might break dance. I'm just checking how long we've been live. Yeah, 1 hour 49. Yeah, just make sure you WebP those images. Right, we've been live for now nearly 1 hour 59. I am going to cut off now. Mainly because Mark he's just sent me some colors and fonts for and images for a new website we're going to start building probably on Monday now. And I want to just investigate the colors and fonts, mainly because I'm picking up my son in an hour from school, roughly just over an hour. And it's a good time for me to now bounce out and just crack on with some other stuff because I need to really focus. I can't just talk to you, read the chat and do that. I hope you have enjoyed today. I think it's been pretty good and fantastic. Hey, Richard. Do you know what you can do, Richard, if you miss me? Just go and buy a bottle of Pepsi Max and just pour it over yourself, right? Make sure you got a towel nearby, though, as well. No probs, Mike. And by the way, Mike, you know, like I said, right, it's nothing personal. It's just advice and tips and, like, take on board, you know, and it's a learning process. We all got to learn somewhere, right? And you will. Trust me, when you get into the habit, what I've told you, how I approach websites, every website, that's what I do. So me and Mark, we're starting a website, hopefully on Monday. I'm like, right, where's the images? You know, what are the colours? What about this? What about the fonts? I'm not starting the website until I know what I've got. So before I build that header, I know I've loaded everything in, check my page speed. If the score is still 99 or 100%, we are good to go. It's just important to know where you stand, right? Don't worry, Mike. No, and I do appreciate it, Mike. I'm still worried about what that lady was holding. The positioning of her hand was a little bit alarming. Or is that just me? Take care, everyone. Speak soon. Stay safe. Look after yourselves. Oh, sorry. I've just noticed a question. Woo, hold on. I've just noticed a question. Late tonight adult shop. Hi, mate. What is the best Google page speed score you have got for the My Listing? Ah, right. Now then. The My Themes listing hits your score. It really does. And sometimes the best score I've got on that is 70%. Something around that. The thing is, though, yeah, the score might be 70% on the page speed score because of the bloat from the theme, but the website loads fine. The listings load fine. The search page loads fine. Everything is fine. So at the end of the day, late tonight, if the score is 70% with a directory theme website, and the score is 60, 70%, but it works totally fine and it's fast on the mobile. And if I'm outside on the outdoor Wi-Fi internet and it is fine, I got 5 words. I don't give a shit. Just go with it, right? Who cares? I apologise if anyone finds the expletives too offensive, but, you know, I need to have some parental guidance sticker that goes doosh like that when I say it. I don't give a shit. Doosh. But don't worry about it. All right, late tonight. Hope that answers your question. Take care, everyone. George, uninterrupted. You can get back to working. Take care, Charlie. Love to hear if that light speed does make a difference, or yeah, does light speed make a difference for you before you go and get a pro version? Take it easy, everyone. Love having you all. Stay safe. I'm going to go jump on my bike while I'm doing a bit of work, drinking Pepsi Max and loving it. That's McDonald's. That's the wrong one. Does Pepsi Max even have a proper slogan anymore? Was it just for the new generation, which is really old now? You know. Anyway, take care. Bye, everyone. Bye.